Hello, my name is Jim Boyd. I'm the training manager for Peacekeeper Products International. Are you concerned your current police baton doesn't have that stopping power that you expect in a baton? Well, you're not alone. Over the past 15 years, law enforcement has sacrificed the effectiveness of the older generation batons for the convenience offered by thinner and smaller collapsible batons. We at Peacekeeper Products are not only trying to reverse that standard, but we're setting a new standard by providing a baton that is both effective and convenient. We believe every officer deserves to go home at the end of their watch, and the RCB has been designed to do just that. We're excited to introduce to you the Peacekeeper Rapid Containment Baton. What I'm going to show you is the balance test utilizing another friction lock baton from a major manufacturer. What you're going to notice right away is that we put the weight in the nose end of our baton, the striking end, where it belongs, rather than in the handle. Having weight in the striking end of the baton allows a smaller stature officer, whether male or female, to create more kinetic energy with less swing, thus giving them that rapid containment stopping power. If you want to experience what the RCB feels like, simply grab the tip of your current friction lock baton, holding it backwards, putting the weight out in the striking end of the baton where it belongs, rather than in the handle. If you carry a mechanical push-button baton, you can also do the same comparison to feel what the differences are between the two batons. The key to the continued success of the Peacekeeper RCB is its machine strike tubes. Unlike other manufacturers that start with smaller tubes and flare the joints, at Peacekeeper we start with larger tubes and mill them down, maintaining the same wall thickness all the way through the joints, giving us that unsurpassed durability. The Peacekeeper RCB has a patented joint lock design which allows the officer to be able to perform jabs in a close quarters confrontation without the fear of the baton collapsing. Another great feature about the Peacekeeper Rapid Containment Baton is its large, flat, broad end cap. This end cap is made of case-hardened Rockwell steel, which will resist the burring and some of the pitting you'll get with other baton systems as you drive them into the ground. The problem with some of the burring and pitting is they can collect human tissue, bloodborne pathogens, all that nasty stuff that you don't want to carry around on your belt for weeks at a time. In addition, this flat, broad end cap also allows us to utilize jabs without the fear of perforation into the body. Due to the unique design of the Peacekeeper RCB, it's the most durable law enforcement baton available today. Would you be willing to do that with your current expandable baton without the fear of it bending or breaking? The grip on the RCB is made of Sanapreme rubber. This is the same rubber that is used on many aftermarket firearm grips, has a high coefficient of friction, and mates very well to the human hand. In addition, the handle tube is also 1.25 inches round, which should be very familiar to some of you that have used straight sticks in the past. The RCB also contains what's known as an anti-rattle ring that sits in the base of the handle tube. This anti-rattle ring significantly reduces the typical jingle you'll get from a baton when it's in your holster, which oftentimes gives away your position. The Peacekeeper RCB also allows the officer the ability to grab the tip of the baton and deploy it in a confined space where OC or other less lethal options may not be applicable. There is a secondary method to closing the Peacekeeper RCB that involves tapping the baton on a hard surface at an approximate 45-degree angle. You want to grip the baton loosely at the forward end of the handle tube. Now cant your baton at an approximate 45-degree angle, tap it on the ground, roll the baton on your hand as you do so, holding it loosely, allowing the vibrations to pass through the baton. You'll begin to see, hear, and feel the friction locks loosen. When you do, you know it's time to close your baton, and as always, with an open palm. Once you become more proficient with the tap and roll method, it should only take a few taps and a few rolls before you get those friction locks loosened. And as always, close with an open palm. Due to the perimeter weighted design of the Peacekeeper RCB, you want to be sure that when opening the baton, it's down towards the ground so we can ensure proper lockout of the friction locks. The baton is always opened with an authoritative, aggressive manner. You're going to grip the baton towards the base because all the weight is forward towards the nose end of the baton. As you bring the baton down towards your leg, you're going to snap the baton down towards that prospective ankle and bring the baton into a comfortable primary strike position. Remember, when closing your Peacekeeper RCB, you want to maintain a loose grip on the handle. Putting a tight grip on the handle dampens the vibrations and makes it that much more difficult to close. For example, simply use the tips of your fingers, maintain that loose grip, start high, go low, send the baton down towards the ground, and get those friction locks to close. And remember, when finishing closing your baton, always use an open palm. Here at Peacekeeper, we offer a variety of holsters and end caps as accessories to the RCB baton. Our holsters come in a ballistic nylon, basket weave leather, plain leather, and our newest product is a secure lock rotational holster. Some of the significant features of the secure lock rotational holster is the ability to rotate the holster at 30, 60, and 90 degrees at the push of a button. This is significant because it allows the officers to place the holster on their belt in a cross-draw fashion, whether it's on the left or on the right side. And since it locks in place, there's no more inadvertent spinning of the baton holster, thus dumping the baton out onto the ground. In the base of the holster, you'll see a special ramping system. This ramping system is designed to secure the baton in the holster so when the officer goes inverted, least likely that you're going to lose your baton in the middle of an altercation. All of our holsters, you'll notice, are open on the bottom. They're meant to receive our weapons in the open mode. In addition to our standard holsters, we at Peacekeeper also offer a MulliVest tactical holster option. They come in black, OD green, and desert tan. And as you can see, all of these holsters can be placed at various angles on the MulliVest. We also offer a variety of end caps here at Peacekeeper for your RCB. Your RCB will come stock with a standard flat end cap. We offer a standard window breaker, a retention end cap, and also a combination end cap. The window breaker end cap gives that officer the option to break a window without having to use the tip of the baton to send glass flying through the interior of the vehicle. Say you have a small child locked in the car on a hot sunny day, or you're responding to an auto collision where you need to extricate that driver, and maybe you don't want to send glass through the interior of the vehicle. Having the pointed end on the back of the baton gives that officer that option just to drop the glass and have it fall directly downward in the vehicle. The next end cap is our retention end cap. It sits at the base of the baton and gives that officer that added bit of retention at the base of the hand. If you're hot, you're sweaty, you're bloody, you're slippery, having that added bit of retention here can make a whole little difference when it comes to retaining your baton in a confrontation. And lastly, we have our combination end cap. The combination end cap has the best of both worlds. It has that window breaking capability as well as that retention capability that we spoke about earlier, all in one product.